Hi everybody, Wendy from Cinnamon Sweet Shop. I hope you're having a great day today. In this video, I'm going to go over, give you a little bit of information on this product. It is Erythritol. Now this happens to be Wholesome brand organic Erythritol, and I'm going to explain a little bit about what Erythritol is. So for the most part, it is an alternative natural sweetener. It's not something new. It's been around, believe it or not, since the mid-1800s. So from the looks of it, it looks and feels exactly like granulated sugar. Erythritol is considered a sugar alcohol. Now when you hear sugar alcohol, you're probably thinking a drink at the bar or something you can get drunk on, or do you have to be 21, over 21 to consume it? No, the reason they call this an alcohol is because it's fermented from a sweetener. So for example, originally they discovered this by fermenting molasses, which comes from sugar by the way, with yeast. And by fermenting something sweet like a sugar from a fruit or a natural sugar, you get a sugar alcohol. So I'm going to read what the bag says because this really is a very good product. There is some downsides to it, and I will mention that later on. For one, 0 calories. So it's an all-natural sweetener. It is made from a sugar, not processed like Splenda, because there's no chemicals poured into here. Fermenting is a natural process, so that's okay. And it's 0 calories. It's also 0 net carbs. That means it's good for the keto diet. Also, 0 glycemic index. That means it's good for diabetics. No aftertaste. That's the #1 complaint I hear about all types of sweeteners except for sugar, that it doesn't, it's bitter or it just doesn't taste really great. This does not have an aftertaste. Pet safe. All right, I think most sugars pretty much are pet safe, but this is too. Now, here's something that makes erythritol stand out from some of the other sweeteners. It says here tooth friendly. What that means is, while all of the other natural sugar alternatives don't promote tooth decay, this one actually prevents plaque from building up on your teeth. It has something in here, naturally in here, that stops bacteria, the bacteria that causes cavities in your mouth, from sticking around in your mouth. But anyway, it does not, it helps prevent plaque buildup. So that's why you might see this in some of those sugar-free gums that you buy. It's made with erythritol. One other thing, as I said, it's a sugar alcohol, but unlike malitol or maltitol, however you pronounce that, this does not have a laxative effect, not unless you have a whole bunch of it, a lot of this. Where malitol, which you'll see in some sugar-free candies, like I've seen them in sugar-free Twizzlers, it'll have a warning label saying may produce a laxative effect. This does not. So now for some of the downside to this, there aren't really many, but I will say it's quite expensive. Now I was lucky enough to find this in Costco. This amount it's 3 pounds, so it's a good amount there, and it was about $10 for 3 pounds. Not really badly priced. Maybe the price is starting to come down now because it's more readily available, but years ago I used to see this in health food stores for twice that price, for less than this. So it can be pricey. It's certainly pricier than stevia is nowadays, but if you remember when stevia first came on the market, it was very expensive also. Number 2. Another downside to this, and it's not really that big of a deal for me, is it's only about 60 to 70% as sweet as sugar. So you're going to have to use more. So for every cup of sugar, you would need about 1 1/3 cups of erythritol. So just you'll have to remember to adjust that when you're using this in your food. Now, so far, I have not used this in any kind of baking, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I'm assuming because of the texture of it, it would probably turn out pretty good as long as I add a little bit more than what's called for. But I have used this in beverages. I've sweetened my iced tea with it. I've used it in smoothies, and I found it to be really, really good. So I do recommend this if you can find it, if you can find it cheaply. That's great. If not, I do have it linked below in my description underneath this video on where you can find it on Amazon. Just click that link and it'll take you right there. So I will be using this in upcoming videos. I hope you subscribe to this website to see how they turn out, and you'll find some recipes with it as well, and I'll see you all next time.